All right, let's see what we have here. Ooh, Kisses, the Harry Potter Butterscotch Special Edition. These smell amazing right out of the bag. Colorful wrappers, everything just looks really attractive, smells attractive. Let's look at these ingredients. Coloring natural flavors, nope, goes in the trash. All right, let's dive into these ingredients real quick. But first off, yes, this is a Hershey Kiss product. We all know Kisses as chocolate, but this is not chocolate. Don't you dare call this chocolate a white chocolate. There's no chocolate in ingredients. This is supposed to resemble like a Hershey Kiss chocolate because obviously you have the shape, which is what ultimately grabs your attention, especially for kids. But there's no chocolate in this. All this is sugar, coloring, your artificial flavoring, and all your ultra processed syrups and oils. So, top down, ultra processed oils and syrups. These are your canola oil, your palm oil, sunflower seed oil, your corn syrups. All of these are they're inflammatory to the body, to your organs, toxic to your blood. If you have pre-existing conditions like heart disease, obesity, diabetes, various cancers, you're fueling those symptoms. You're fueling the fire in a negative way. You want to take out ultra processed oils and syrups from your diet because it's not supposed to be in your body. It's not. And you might say, well, why is it in all of our products? It's in our products because it is cheap for the companies to manufacture this at a very, very large scale. That's why it's ultra processed. They could make a lot of ultra processed oils and syrup for a very cheap cost and use it as a major ingredient for whatever product they're making and scale it up. That's why you always see it in these chocolates, your snacks, candy bars, cereal. Like I want to say everything, almost everything. It's in majority of products, and that's what makes it very scary because that's how major corporations get away with profiting on products by using the cheapest ingredient possible. The cheapest ingredient possible that has absolutely no benefit to your body, it has no nutritional benefit at all. Zero. Sugar, we all know what sugar does to your body, and we don't have to go into all the semantics of it, but yes, the notion of sugar feeds cancer cells. And I'm sure people can argue that, but it's the compounding effect of what sugar does to your body. If you have high cholesterol, sugar causes a spike in your cholesterol, your LDL. That's not your healthy cholesterol. That's your bad cholesterol, your low density lipids, and your triglycerides. Sugar negatively impacts your cholesterol. It negatively impacts your blood. It negatively impacts any allergies, any symptoms you have from pre-existing conditions. All it does is a feel good. It tastes good because naturally that's what sugar does. It causes your brain and your body to react with that positive emotion that it tastes good, and it's very addicting because you want to eat more of it, you want to drink more of it. All your sodas, all your sugary drinks, your ice cream, that is what sugar does. It fuels that addictive nature of wanting to eat and drink more. And that is where it gets very dangerous when it gets into snacks, small snacks like this that kids eat, and kids just inhale it because they don't know. They don't know the negative impact of what these things do to their body. Next up is your natural and artificial flavors. These are synthetic. Okay, these are synthetic. It's not natural. They call it natural because it's probably derived from something that's natural, and then it's processed into a synthetic byproduct. And look, we are all human. I'm human. I'm gonna be very straight up. When I opened this bag, it smelled good. It smelled good. I had one. Yes, it does taste good because of the sugar and flavoring. But it is engineered to smell and taste like that for us, the consumers, to buy into that product. If it doesn't smell and taste good, obviously no one's gonna buy it and eat it. That's why these products, when you hear the statement of yes, they are quote unquote engineered to be addictive, that's exactly how they are made. Companies have food scientists, they have food engineers. Okay, it sounds crazy if you don't know this, but for myself, knowing part of the CPG industry, these snacks, these foods, they are engineered to smell good, to look good, and to taste good. And to achieve that level of the type of product that we have, you need synthetic ingredients, your flavorings, your colorings, like your yellow 5, your yellow 6, your blue. The combination of these 3 colors is what gives it that quote unquote pure white look of the Hershey Kiss. Alright, so let's go through these colors. You have yellow 5, yellow 6, and blue 2. Yellow 5 and yellow 6, they're very similar for the most part. Look, these colors are banned from Canada, Europe, Japan for a reason, because they are known carcinogens. They are known to have these negative impacts, these implications to the body and the brain. Yellow 5 and yellow 6 causes hyperactivity in children. Babies aren't born with ADHD or ADD. I'm sure doctors or people in the medical field can probably argue, yeah, maybe there might be a small chance some kids could naturally be born with that. But look, diet is everything. If kids are eating this trash, yes, they're going to develop hyperactivity because they're eating straight up sugar, chemicals, and these colorings that alters their brain and their body. So now you have parents taking kids to the doctor saying that they're super active. Doctor sees that, they label it as ADHD, and then they get prescribed with things like Adderall and things like that. Kids don't need Adderall. Kids need a proper diet. They need to eat food, not this trash that has coloring. It's very simple. It's very simple. That's all you have to do. And it only takes a second to look at the ingredient list. If you see the colors, you put it back on a shelf. You do not buy it. As simple as that. Yellow 6, very similar to yellow 5, but yellow 6, the way how it's manufactured, you have a byproduct that's part of the manufacturing process called benzidine. Benzidine is a known carcinogen. It's a known carcinogen. Carcinogens equates and equals to cancer. Why would anyone want to put this in their body? I don't know. And I sound like a hypocrite because I ate a couple of these. So yes, I did consume this. But in the grand scheme of things, you should not be consuming these colors, okay? These are things that could be easily avoided. Blue 2, there are studies linked to the formation of brain tumors from blue 2, the after effects of blue 2. If studies prove this, why would they use this product? Why would they use this as an ingredient? Well, for starters, I know why, to achieve the color. That's all that matters. As long as you achieve the color in a product, that's all that matters. Then we could sell it. That's from a corporate perspective. But for the everyday consumer, knowing this, knowing that blue 2 causes a brain tumor, formations of brain tumors, do you want to have a brain tumor? Do you want to have that risk of having a brain tumor? Okay. If you're an adult hearing this, we as an adult don't want this. Now let's translate that to a kid who has no idea. Their brain is still developing, their body's still developing, and yet they're eating things, they're eating garbage like this. Isn't that so sad? Isn't that so sad? A new young life that's learning, that's developing, and you're just putting all that risk into that child. that is just so depressing. It causes developmental effects on the nervous system because there's negative implications from neurodevelopment because it negatively impacts your nervous system. And like these are all red flags. They're all red flags, and it could easily be avoided just not by consuming products that have these ingredients. It's just simple as that. Well, with all that, this is your Harry Potter Hershey Kiss, the Butterbeer flavor. It is 100% garbage. The ingredient speaks for itself. Kids should not be eating this. You as an adult should not be eating this. And it's just shocking how a product like this is made. But again, thank you for tuning in. Definitely check out my other videos to come. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions on products I should review and check out, feel free to send me a DM and I'll try to get a video on it. See you in the next video, and thank you.